Hey guys, Azure Torisuna here. Just playing some ARK Survival of the Fittest. One of the guys from our gaming community wanted to go ahead and get a little bit more of an insight on more like a direction to go at the beginning of every match. So what I'm going to do is give some insight on what my thought process is and how I play the game. I'm not the best, nor am I the worst. I only have one win under my belt in free-for-all, and that's about it. Other than that, I usually at least top 8 in a 25-man server on average. So my computer isn't the best when it comes to power. So I'm running both the game and my capture device on it, and it takes a lot of processing. So frame rate and frame lag is going to be a huge issue. So bear with me. My skill kind of drops because of it. So just it's going to be more of an informative piece than it will be a show of skill. But this video is going to mainly be a rough tutorial / tips and tricks on beginning play and a direction that you should go in. So by no means is this for advanced players or if you're looking to learn something amazing out of this. No, this is more for players that need some direction and how to do certain things or want to know what to do off the bat. That's a safe bet, and then from that point on, you can branch off on whatever else that you're wanting to try out. If you're wanting to try a different approach to winning the match. This is just going to be a basic, thing that you can use to build on, like a stepping stone. So, we're getting ready to go ahead and load in here. I'm going to select my character. Give me one moment, and we're going to get this all set up. Alrighty, now that we got Ricari here set up, we're going to go ahead and load in. I got my other computer just booting up here. We're getting in on the server so that way we can do this tutorial. It's going to be more of a tips and tricks per se. I'll give you some insight on how to handle free-for-alls, some basic knowledge on just going in your inventory, when to do it, when not to do it. It's going to be kind of hard since I don't have people that I'm competing against per se. But we can kind of pretend, and gives out scenarios and some knowledge on my part. So we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to get the admin control panel out here so the other person doesn't die in the middle of this tips and tricks video. So we're going to go ahead and enable some cheats for them. And then after that, we're going to force start the game. As stated earlier, it's going to be a little bit of a frame issue since I'm running 2 heavy load programs on a dual core 2.5 gigahertz processor. I only have 8 gigs of RAM as well, so it's going to be kind of choppy, but bear with me. This is more insight for you guys and just mainly getting it done. None of my commentary or narrative is scripted either, so I hope that doesn't bother anybody. I just kind of go along with, the moment and explain as we go along. Once we get the other character set up, we're just going to go ahead and force it. So, as we're getting ready to go ahead and drop in here, I just want to give a little bit of pointers. I personally never go to the center. I always want to start getting my my setup right away. Anything in center isn't that spectacular. You might get some trank arrows, hide armor, maybe a shield, some cooked meat. That's just basically about it. I don't see the point in going into that bloodbath and getting picked apart, in my opinion. So here we go. We're dropping in. Now, usually the center is just once people get like a slingshot or something, they're going to try and go on the offensive. I'm not one for that really, so I like to immediately just get out in the woods. Ooh, we're getting some frame chops here. Just bear with me a minute. We're going to get through this. Oh yeah, computer's kind of potatoing out here. So my thought process right now is to get away from the center, put some distance between me and the other tribes. I'm gonna pick up some rocks and some stone. Gonna get some berries for some fiber. Gonna punch this tree a little bit, get some wooden flax or thatch. My first thing is we need to get a pickaxe so we can get a spear. Spears thwart off pretty much, I mean, anything. They're a solve all. So we're going to get over here and get in this corner, and you're going to go prone and then get into your inventory. I usually, whenever I level up, I like to go with health, stamina, and weight, emphasizing on health, like above all health. So now that we got our pickaxe, I'm going to go ahead and get some flint and some more stone so we can make the spear. 3 is fine. We're going to go ahead and make 3. So if we have anything to deal with, we can deal with Swarm or any other Meganura that comes up. My next thing is I want to go ahead. Oh, there was a Stego there. So we don't want to. They're aggressive. We don't want to mess with the Stego right now, especially with how low of a level we are and we only have a spear. So my next goal here is to make a bow, preferably 2 bows. But I'm going to go ahead and make some clothes real quick, just so I can get something that absorbs damage. So need 2 bows, one for normal arrows, one for trank arrows, preferably. That's just my setup, since I can't really switch between them. I'm not the most elegant beast in the menus here. So we're going to go ahead and make two bows here and put some more points in health. Now I just need to go ahead and start making arrows so we can get trank arrows, because this strat here very heavily relies on getting in and getting some tames. The meta in this game is mainly dinosaurs because they're so abundant. Oh man, frame rate. But the tames are so abundant here. They're a great asset. It's a safe strat to bank on. I personally only like to start off taming trikes. I don't like to go anything over the top. So right now I'm just looking around, making sure my coast is clear. Same thing I do in a free-for-all. But I also did it mainly because this area is very heavily on dillos. They spit acid at you and blur your vision. So right now I'm just trying to search around for some narco berries. Once we get the narco berries, we can make more trank arrows. I like to go ahead and put all my berries on the bottom end because early game, usually I survive mainly on berries because not only do they give food, they also give water. So they're kind of a solve-all in a sense. So we're going to get over here in the corner, get laid low, and then we're going to make some more stuff. It looks like I can only make 14 of these, which is perfectly fine. We need to get more than 15. And that way we can start taking down some potential tames. You don't want to take it too slow in the beginning, but you also want to get a tame kind of fairly quickly because you got other people looking for you, hungry to get a kill. So always be on the lookout for player versus player. Once you get a tame, it's a little bit easier. Down some of those Tinto berries. 75 to be exact, geez. So right now we're looking for a trike. My personal favorite to tame right off the bat is a trike. Kind of not too squishy, very tanky. It has great offense, pushback capability. So we're just going to look for them. But there's dillos in this area, and my computer hates all this foliage that we're running through. So we're going to look around, see what we can see. It's just like all I see is mainly stegos. This is annoying. I'm going to make some more tranks. We're continuing along here. I preferably like this area because if you stay... Ooh, okay, there's a trike. But if you stay in this area, it's hard for other players to spot you from afar, unless you go out here and extend. Now that we're stalking our first tame, just want to put a little bit of distance between you and it, so you can get at least 3 or 4 arrows in it before it actually gets up to you. Okay, here we go. It's coming at me. We'll get pushed up against a rock here. Unfortunate, taking a little bit more damage than what I need to, but it thankfully goes down. So trikes are herbivores. If you know anything about dinosaurs, we're going to just stack berries on it. It doesn't matter what kind of berries you put on it. The more you put on, the better, in my opinion. We're going to tame it fairly quickly. Every time the monster actually goes to eat, the tame will go up. So this is the time that where once you have a tame down, you start securing a perimeter, maybe, you know, setting up a small temporary base of operation so nobody comes by and messes with your tame. Oh, I'm failing horrible on this because the frames. I basically want to get its hide and raw meat, because after we get this tame, if we ever come across a alpha tame like a Spino, we're going to want to try and get it. Man, this thing's taking forever to kill. Okay, so we're just going to keep hacking away. Awesome. Alright, so we're getting some raw hide, or raw meat, some hide. Got a dillo attacking us. Now see, this is why it's awesome to be prepared. It just took 2 arrows and basically down. Ooh, level 27. Gonna get its raw meat and some hide off of it. We're gonna go ahead and get back here. I need to get some cooked meat. That's what I'm trying to look for. I want this thing to protect me while I do this, because it looks like the dillos are trying to attack now. So we're gonna kind of relocate now that we got some stuff. Gonna absorb our area. I need to make a fire. I needed just like 2 of them. That's perfect. Now I saw the dillos there, but I thought I could get out of my inventory screen faster than this. But we end up taking it. Just a couple arrows to the head's fine. These guys are no threat when well prepared. Now if I only had my spear to deal with and not my bows, it could have gotten hairy. But this is why I always want to set up my offense strategy before I go taming. So I'm going to put some thatch and some raw meat in here so we can get some cooked meat. We need about 20 or so to last us the rest of the little match that we're doing. Cooked meat helps out with your hunger and your health. It replenishes both by a vast amount. So it's always good to have some on hand. So we're going to go ahead and lay low while the meats cook real quick, and take this time to explain how in a free-for-all this would kind of be kind of a bad idea. Just chilling out here. I'm gonna look around my surroundings to see if anybody sees me. These fires are kind of a beacon, so you gotta be careful. Any FFA person or tribe's gonna see this and just investigate it, and if they see you're a lone person, they'll go in on you. But in free for all, they'll see that you have a trike, and they'll try to kill it and or kill you. So we got Predator Knight here. Predator Knight, nothing to be that worried about. It just increases the aggro range to most carnivores or aggressive animals. Got a dillo coming up. I see it. I dodge it. Pull my bow out. Nail it once. Done. Level 2. I'd like to be on top of that rock, to be honest. But we're going to check on our meat here. Alright. It's going to be nice. So we got 30 raw meat, or 30 cooked meat, mind you. I want to get on top of this rock, but it doesn't look like it wants me on top of it. I'm going to be determined and try, but I'm not going to get anywhere. So we will wait until day. I don't really like to move at night because you can't really see anything. So it would be kind of pointless to try and move at night and try to do anything. Our next plan of action here is probably going to be gather some more resources and then maybe go after an alpha tame, something that has a little bit more attack. So I usually like to try to tame Spinos over T-Rexes. Honest to gosh truth. Spinos are a tad bit easier to deal with. T-Rexes, they just scare me, I guess. But in my free-for-all win that I did tame a T-Rex. It was just opportune. I wouldn't go seeking a T-Rex to go tame right off the bat. I would probably get me a Spino first, and then maybe try a T-Rex if time allotted. I'm making some hide armor here and some parachutes. Parachutes help on escape options. Or say you're getting hit by like a trike or something that has a massive amount of knockback. You just jump as soon as they're going to hit you and activate your chute. They'll send you away from them, putting some distance. Again, we're just chilling out here. Survivor location revealed. Awesome. Gives us a pillar of light to look at. I'm just gathering more resources so we can better plan for in the morning. Now, I do a minor mistake up here when trying to tame the Spino. Usually, Spinos only eat, or any alpha carnivore is going to eat a prime. What is it? Yeah, raw prime meat. So, with that being said, don't do what I'm about to do first and stack a bunch of raw meat and hope it's going to tame fast. It will not. It will tame insanely slow, and you probably won't get it tamed by the end of the game. What you want to do is you want to basically stack your prime meat onto it first and let it eat that. Now there's a couple ways to get prime meat, and I'll explain that when we're actually looking for prime meat. But we're gonna first get this Spino. We're just gathering narco berries so we can start making some trank arrows. Like I said, I like to have over 15. Going for alpha tames, I want at least over 25. Looks like we're getting a little overweight here. I'm gonna drop some things. Man, night lasts forever in this game. This is just me messing with the commands for the tame. Since it's getting just a tad bit lighter out, I can see that day is wanting to come. we're gonna go and look around and see if we can't see anything. Now we do see this Spino over here. I'm just trying to get an advantage on it. So I'm gonna start unloading on it. And now it disappears behind this rock. I don't know where it's coming out at. Like, I can hear it. I don't know if it can come behind me. So we're gonna go back and see if it tried to circle back in front of me. Don't see it. But then all of a sudden I start getting hit from behind. This is the key to not panic. Just turn around and put as many shots as you can into it. Since it got the jump on me, it's going to do a massive amount of damage, and I'm not digging it right now. So we're gonna get this thing down. It's gonna pass out. Like, awesome. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Well, then all of a sudden, all the other animals it managed to make mad at it ends up coming in and wanting a piece of it. So I was kind of upset here. I thought I got an alpha tame for the little tutorial / tips and tricks video for you guys, and it just got ate. I'm kind of butthurt about it. You know, showing my head down in defeat, thinking, what am I going to do next? Am I going to go and actually try to tame a T-Rex, or am I going to find another, Spino? We're going to go over and grab our trike, see what we can do about this, see if we save it, maybe. I'm just contemplating. I'm going to eat a couple more of my cooked meat, get my health back up. Oh, so the Stegosaurus is now off it. So here, a couple things could have happened. They either killed it, or they lost interest because it's knocked out. We are going to go over and check. At this point, I was praying that it was okay and that I could still get a tame on it. So is it? Thank God. It's almost dead too. So we lucked out here, guys. So I'm just going to start piling raw meat on it. This would have been a great idea. Just at the fact that it was just purely for health. These things mainly want to just eat prime meat. As you can see, the tame meter will not go up that quickly. So we're going to go get some prime meat here. Look at that. Another Spino. But we're going to get some prime meat. Stegos give prime meat along with drops. Red cargo drops. Now, remember whenever I put my my tame on attack my target? Well, it's doing that right now. Ooh, frame drop. Really bad right here. But it's attacking my target, which this is going to suck because the Stego is going to end up getting my trike killed, which kind of sucks because I'd like to keep the trike. So we got the Stego down. We're going to go ahead and hack it up here and get some prime meat off of it. At first I was just like, oh, where'd our Spino go? Did it actually get eaten? Oh no. And I figured out, no, it's around this rock. So we're gonna stack this prime meat all on this Spino here in hopes to get it to tame. Since we don't have a tame anymore, we're kind of a sitting duck when it comes to player versus player, because in this game, I find it hard to do player versus player. So I need to go get some more narco berries because this thing is losing what's called torpor, which is the ability to stay asleep. So we're gonna go and gather some berries here. We're gonna put some more narco berries on it and then force feed them. We got 92, which that should be perfect. The torpor is right down here, as you can see, and we basically want to keep that at a nice level. Now we're right now trying to just get it above 200 or as close to 200 as possible. Gonna also feeding it just normal raw meat will also give it some more torpor, so that's what we're gonna do. So we got it pretty close. It's gonna stay asleep. But for the life of me, I could not figure out why it wasn't taming. Like, I was actually having a noob moment here and completely slipping the fact that it needs more prime. So I get the fancy idea. Just, you know, we're getting ready to down a massive amount of Dento berries while we think here. Let's see here. So I don't want to actually waste the cooked meat on not losing that much health. So we're just going to survive on the berry real quick. Still not taming. I get the bright idea. We need more prime meat. So we're probably gonna get back to that stego here in a minute. Yeah, the food it should be eating, but for some reason it is not munching on any of the stuff. You can also use your tames as cover. You know, you can hide underneath of it. You can, you know, hide on it. I do like the color of the fin on this thing. So I'm gonna repair my axe and my bow. And then we're gonna go over here and chop this thing back up a little bit. Let's see a Spino over there. Probably eyeballing our food. Okay, so Mega Neuros are annoying, especially in the swarm. They're easily dispatched with the spear. Spears are your go-to weapon when it comes to small insects, or, you know, just, you know, something you don't need range on or hard to hit. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this thing's inventory real quick. I'm gonna start piling more raw meat on it like I shouldn't. Maybe if I move the prime meat up here on the top end, maybe that'll help it. And then I get the brilliant idea to just say, nah, we're gonna just limit it to mainly the prime meat in here. Let's see where that does. Which is what I should have done from the very beginning, to be honest. Because get ready for the magic trick. Oh my goodness, that was so much faster. So in hindsight, just stack prime meat on it until it gets a tame meter, and then plan from there. So gonna drop a little bit more stuff here. We don't need all of this, because right now this is more on end game. We're more looking to level this beast up here and maybe find some people that are teching or just not ready for our surprise Spino attack, and then taking most of their stuff. We're set off on the combat area unless somebody else gets a gun or gets a couple T-Rexes, something like that. Spino is your safe bet to being combat ready. So our first goal here is to get this leveled up a little bit. If you can find an actual player, then yeah, killing an actual player will help out tremendously, because you'll get like 10 levels on it. Man, I do like this Spino spine. It's like a teal purple. Especially that tribe flag. I love it. So we're just going to munch on some of the well, try to munch on some of the wildlife around here to get it leveled up. I don't want to fight anything that is going to do massive amount of damage to me. He's this Spino's a little low on HP. I'm gonna munch these stupid ants and meganurs that are attacking us. So looks like we can level it up. I like to get the health somewhere around probably 1500 as the Spino. You again want to focus on health, stamina, and melee damage for the Spino. And that's just my opinion. That's the best attributes you can do. But as of right now, we are basically, if we were in a match, we would be looking for other people while we, just munched on wildlife, just passively walked around. With how far we are though in the video, this would be the part to where the Ring of Death would start descending in. And so we would have to start making our way back into the center, which that's basically what I'm doing now. I will also explain, just try to catch people off guard. The more you can eliminate in the field, the less you have to deal with in the very end. Not to mention, I know this game isn't very KD oriented, but you get 2 to 3 kills, you're still positive KD because you can only die once, right? So the collider detection on this game's kind of gets me right here. I was like, really? Come on, man. So we're just gonna continue going on here. I wouldn't mind getting a trike again. I probably would have if this was an actual match. I would have hopped off and got this trike right here. This area is also popular for apes. Wow, frame choppiness. Computer hates both these programs running. So I see just a lone dillo over here. We're just gonna munch on it. There we go. Ooh, speaking of apes, there's one over to our right. Not anymore. Ooh, Parasaurus and is being chased by maybe a raptor or a dillo. We're just gonna interrupt here and take the kill and get the experience off them. So we're going to start making our way back up to the center. So to minutely recap what we're doing here, the strat's to get off the center as soon as possible. After we get off the center, you're going to want to collect some stone, some berries, and punch a tree for, about 5 to 6 seconds, and then make yourself a pickaxe. Once you get a pickaxe, you're going to collect some more flint and make 2 to 3 spears, because spears are very universal, helps out in the swarm, helps out with Arctic monkeys, stuff like that, pushes them away. Then after you get your spear made, assess your situation, see where everything's at, make sure nobody's around you, start making the notion to make a bow. In my case, I made 2 bows, one for normal arrows, one for trank arrows. Once you get that, then you need to make arrows and then trank arrows. After you make some trank arrows, 15 or more, go try to get a low-level tame, like a trike or, maybe a parasaur. Something easily brought down that's not going to do a massive amount of damage. Once you get that tame, you can, see where you're at from there and maybe go for an alpha tame, or maybe start, getting a forge going so you can make a gun. The alpha tame route is a very common strategy, and it yields the biggest reward. And Spinos are the easier out of the alpha tames to go and get. Now tames, you can sick them on people, or you can just simply set on them and attack for them. Now whenever you're on a tame, you don't take damage the tame does. Unless the person specifically snipes you, you no longer take damage from, you know, any other tame in the fight. So looks like we're getting Predator's Night again, which kind of bogus. But I got my, gonna bring my other account over here so we can, you know, start getting this wrapped up. So looks like I'm gonna do whistle, attack my target, or attack this target, which is a sick. Now your target has to be within range. Apparently the target's way too far out of range right now, because I keep trying to sick it on the character. Yeah, see, it's not working, making me kind of upset. Thought I could at least, you know, show you guys on here. So we're just gonna get on this beast, go over, beat the person up. And now I do have to take the cheats off. I figured out, I started hitting the person and figured out that I still had cheats on them. So we're going to take a minute and take them off. Normally a Spino kills pretty fast and is very intimidating when being ran at. So I just want to go ahead and recap on here. I hope this, you know, little tutorial / tips and tricks guides helps you guys tremendously. If not, I mean, at least you watched it, right? If you have any comments or questions on how to do anything, just don't be afraid to leave a comment. I review all my videos. So just don't forget to, you know, subscribe for more videos and let me know. This has been Azure Torisuna, and have an easy one, guys.